In recent years, Pakistan's position in global affairs has witnessed significant changes. By 2025, a series of critical events began shaping not only its own trajectory but also the dynamics of the wider region. Among these were a brief yet intense military clash with India, a landmark defense pact with Saudi Arabia, and a renewed warmth in relations with the United States. Each of these developments carries weighty implications, political, economic, cultural, and social, that deserve careful exploration. The conflict with India, which erupted in May 2025, was triggered by attacks in Kashmir. In response, India accused militants crossing from Pakistani territory, leading to a chain of military strikes, including air raids and limited ground operations. Though the confrontation lasted only a few days, its significance was profound. According to the Council on Foreign Relations, this episode fits a familiar historical pattern stretching back to the partition of 1947, with major wars in 1965, 1971, and 1999, all centered on Kashmir. Politically, both governments portrayed the outcome as a victory. According to the BBC, it was yet another chapter in their long-standing rivalry. Economically, both nations suffered setbacks. Trade stalled, markets faltered, and tourism in Kashmir collapsed. In Pakistan, however, the crisis temporarily fostered national unity, with widespread rallies in major cities. Culturally, the clash revived memories of partition and reignited patriotic narratives. Al Jazeera notes that such episodes often reinforce national identity. Analysts at the Cipher Brief warn that future conflicts could be more dangerous, especially with the involvement of non-state actors. According to Wikipedia, the increasing use of drones, cyber operations, and AI-driven weapons suggests a new era of warfare. Parallel to this, September 2025 marked the signing of the Strategic Mutual Defense Agreement between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. This pact, described by Reuters as a game changer, commits both nations to mutual defense in the event of aggression. Historically, the Pakistan-Saudi partnership runs deep, from oil assistance in the 1970s to Pakistani support in Gulf conflicts. Chatham House describes the new agreement as an extension of deterrence in the Middle East, while the BBC highlights concerns in India about its broader implications. Economically, the pact has brought promises of large-scale investments, technology transfers, and new defense sector employment, as reported by App News. Culturally, shared religious ties strengthen the partnership, while politically, it boosts Pakistan's stature among Muslim-majority nations. Even Iran's leadership, according to Reuters, cautiously welcomed the development, framing it as a step toward regional stability. Yet, RAND analysts caution that such alignments may provoke an arms race in the region. On social platforms, many observers have begun referring to the pact as the foundation of a potential Muslim NATO. Equally important is the renewed engagement between Pakistan and the United States. On September 25, 2025, President Donald Trump hosted Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief Azam Munir, now elevated to the rank of Field Marshal, at the White House. Modern diplomacy has described this as a strategic reawakening. The diplomat interprets it as a counterweight to China's rising influence in the region. Economically, trade and investment flows are expanding, with the U.S. Embassy noting billions already exchanged annually. Socially, the visit energized the Pakistani public, creating a sense of optimism reflected widely in national media. Yet skepticism remains. The Hudson Institute points out that Pakistan's reputation as a terror haven continues to cast a shadow, while South Asian Voices argues that pragmatic engagement is nevertheless advancing. Taken together, these developments reveal a nation navigating a turbulent international environment. Hybrid governance, shaped by both civilian and military leadership, is enabling Pakistan to secure foreign policy gains. But the challenges are far from over. Economic pressures, enduring regional rivalries, and the uncertain path of global geopolitics continue to raise pressing questions. Will these alliances foster regional stability, or will they ignite new confrontations? This story of Pakistan in 2025 is not only about conflict and diplomacy, but about identity, resilience, and the ongoing search for balance in a shifting world order.